Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. That is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. This is my miraculous OXO omelet turning spatula, which I will use to miraculously spread some paint, and anything that doesn't belong in there I will see because it makes such a nice even layer. I have tweezers, but I need a sharper pointed. I recommend tweezers to everybody. Grab them and try and find the ones, like I had some when I was in jewelry college, and those are really good because they have a really super fine point on, so they'll pull things out that the other ones get paint on them too quick. I know, because I painted them in a day or two. I cleaned them off too, and they still got painted all over again. This is my little cream pitcher. You can find these on the Amazon link, which is the first blue link below Show More underneath the video. And I am going to put some paint in there that I wish I had put in first, but that's okay, because I want my surface of my canvas to be ready to go. It's not hot here, which is great. It means my paint will not dry overly quickly, and I'm pretty happy about that. I keep my eye out for more stuff that's in my paint. I am outside, so it does mean that I get the odd flotsam and jetsam on the breeze, especially if people have mowed their lawns, which they shouldn't have been, because you're not supposed to mow your lawn after it rains. They mow the lawn in the rain here, for sure. So I've got a little naked canvas, and I think I'm going to steal a little paint and push it right over there with my spatula, which is perfect. Then I can go back and take that paint and fill it in where I just stole it from. So I just did a spoon painting. I started out with little Aztec cards and tried to dip them into my, yes, I see that thing. Tried to dip them into my ice cube tray, and it was interesting, but it was going to take way longer than I could possibly manage to succeed at creating a video for you guys in 20 minutes. So I opted for a Jackson Pollock tribute and did some dribbles and splatters, and I love my results. I still almost tipped, and that's what I'm considering now. Is I need my fix. I need a tip fix. I need some accidental art fix. All right, that can go in the bucket. I got one more in case of emergency. I am going to push that back for a second, grab my white satin enamel, and make sure there's nothing in there. And I'm going to see how few layers I can get away with. And I want some drama. And that is in Art Minds that they don't make anymore, but I did hear that, I think it's Apple or Plaid or somebody has, whoever bought the company is maybe, cross your fingers and hope for it, pray, is maybe rebranding. And we have some colors we really like in the paint pouring community, and that was Mysterious, was definitely one of them. So I want not just the white gloss enamel from Folk Art, but the black as well. And it doesn't sink, which is really nice. And I'm going to put some white next to it, because I like to use my Folk Art multi-surface neon, and it needs to be near white. And I really want to see what happens. This is the Pantone Color of the Year, which I think will be beautiful in there. There's probably more paint than I need. I do use sticky wrap from, I think it's cling wrap. So when I have paint, I will allow myself the pleasure of saving it overnight. So got a couple more colors I want to use, and I want some gold in there, and I don't think I shook it up yet. I used it out of a bigger bottle. I've got some other colors. I'm going to want most of these out of the way, but last in will be first out. So I'm going to put this and one other color, and what will it be? I think it needs to be my Folk Art color shifting turquoise. And then, give me a moment to get some things out of the way. I will. They're falling everywhere. Oh, stop that. I want more. I'm putting it in. I got to do it. All right. So we've just had company arrive. And I am going to do what I've seen Mina do a bunch of times, I hope. Because I noticed she has a pour spout on her container, which for me means that I can make those little spiky things I love of hers. And instead of just going for it, I'm going to start with a shape and see what I get. And from there, it's sort of like angel wings. It really is, which is kind of cool. And I could have put paint around instead of putting a base layer on, but I'll do that at some other point in time. I really just want to see how this is going to work, and I want to see how far it will spread, because that seems like a good idea to me. I've got edge catchers, which are just sheets of plastic that came as the protective layer inside a 16 by 20 inch package of 16 by 20 inch canvases from Value Pack from Michaels. I got some little white, I got some little something. Goodbye something. That's right, change up my design, go ahead. So that's interesting. My theory is if I spread it out far enough that it won't spread as far or as fast when I add something else that I want in there. I'm trying to keep my head out of the camera today. I've heard from a lot of you, and I know that happens because I am losing my sight. I was kind of hoping I would be able to have YouTube income saved up enough to get my site and maybe a building and a level place to do my work and stuff, but just one of those things will be good, and maybe it's probably gonna be my vision. So do I have blue in there? I don't know where I put the blue in. It was a ways ago. Little ribbon dribbles. And change the trajectory of my paint. I really think a little is going to go a long, long way. I think I want to put some more of that purple in that mix, and in order to do that I'm going to have to also, you can see what I've got left. I've got about a third of that container left. So I'm going to put some more of the gloss enamel from Folk Art in there. And try and pull the plug out. Yes, I got it. I can't really have too much of this purple. I gotta tell you what. Boy, that's really thick right now. Alright, that's probably too much paint, but I'm going to take a chance. And the one thing I don't see any of in there is the gold. So I'm going to give myself the pleasure and hope I get to keep some of it. Which I really don't know, and I'm contemplating using an edge catcher because I did this on a 20 by 20 inch canvas and it turned out to be quite a messy process for me. I'm going to just start tipping this, see how far I can get. I'm willing to stick my finger in there. Just get over to the edge and rock it ever so slightly and let it come back. I can always scrape that right up. Oh, this is going to be very cool, I can tell. Thank you, Mina, for the inspiration. I did not set my timer, so I hope I have a built-in clock. I really, really do. If I let that go over, I can also let it roll down the side. And then let it come back again. And squeeze on the extra that pooled. I wasn't sure that I was going to like what happens when I squeeze the paint back on, but I know me and I can always add something else. I really like this little area in here and I really didn't want to see it go away. I think I'm going to let that go to the edge. I'm not trying to get rid of it. I'm not going to pour it away. But I am going to let it flow back without forcing. I don't have to do this. I can do this and leave it on the edge catcher, because anything that's on the edge catcher I can then scrape off, and I will show you that right now. right here. All right, so we've got some interesting things. I've got a little bit of paint left, and I'm inclined to go for it. I just want more of that purple, you know I do. So I've got some beautiful cells in there from the gloss enamel, and I'm going to have to be finished pretty quick. I'm going to use a little bit of darker purple and some gold, because those two sell together, and a little more white enamel, and then I want to go from this direction because I want to keep my paint. Okay, whatever you are. So rather than go on, I'm going to spread that paint next, because I'm pretty sure that I don't want to lose what's next to it, which is a really cool pattern. And everything else is going to flow, but not as fast as the area that I'm working. And I'm just going to keep that paint. That's very cool. Then I'm going to pick it up again, because I'm pretty sure I can keep that stripe right there. And I will be tipping some more down to the bottom, but I'm inclined to go ahead and keep taking what I've got. So much for my blue, although there is some blue in there. It's dripping right over the side, which is okay, because I don't mind having something that's going to cover my edges. Where's my container? What have I got left in there? What do I want in there? I want some more gold in there. Of course I do. I like that I added the gold after, because it's really the only gold that's staying right now. I love those overlapping spirals. I really do. Alright, so I've got very little paint left in there, and that's okay with me. The rest of this is just making me happy, floating my boat. Thank you guys for joining me, and I do sell my artwork. I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. In this month's drawing contest, there is a lesson among the paintings and the books that you could win if you want to be a $10 minimum contributor to help keep the studio going. I do use GAC 800 in all of my paints to keep it from cracking when it's heavy, so if I didn't want to tip this right now, I really wouldn't have to, but I don't mind tipping it either. I'm going to find a spot where my finger won't be an issue. I'm going to let it go down and over. I'll let that cover right there. If I squeeze it a little, it'll go back, and then I can just take it right off. I'm loving all of that. Only thing that I want, or that I feel that I want, is a little bit of this right here. Don't ask me why, and I think I'm going to spread that. With a straw. And then I have some purple. That's great. Now still, one of these times I'm going to throw chain in here, but this is not that time because I love what I have. I like all my negative space. I think I'm going to fill that in anyway. I don't know why I did that, but it is what it is. And I'm going to use a torch. We torch to release the bubbles in the paint. I am in love with this piece. I'm so happy I did this. I can't even tell you. Thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate that you're here. If you watch the videos longer, or you watch the commercials, or you give me a thumbs up, or you leave me a comment, those are all helpful to me. And I could use some help because income at YouTube is, like I said before, down 2/3 from last year. And this is the only thing I do. I try and bring you guys a video every day. And those videos you can find on the Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, which is a Facebook group, and also on my community board on my YouTube channel. If you're not getting notifications and you've signed up for them, then you need to check and complain to YouTube, because over time they seem to have decided that I am unworthy, I guess. Maybe that's not the truth, but that's the way it feels. And I'm sorry about that, but nobody should have to feel that way. So, If you're looking for a way to contribute, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Look for the PayPal or Patreon links. There's icons on my channel header, and there are links right under, show more under the video. If you click it, you'll also find, other than PayPal and Patreon, you'll find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, like I said, my paint pouring recipe, and the clothing right directly underneath is Teespring, and it's got my designs on it. I'm in love. I'm right hard in love. They have all over print t-shirts and all over print leggings, and thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for all the wonderful comments you gave me in the past. Thank you so much for the contributions that have kept me here at YouTube and kept me painting and making videos for you guys. If for no other reason I was here, I would be here for you guys. I'm going to say goodbye now. Well, maybe after I say thank you to 85,000 subscribers and check my list. I think I told you guys almost everything, and I asked for thumbs up, so thank you for the thumbs up when you give it to me. I appreciate it. I do not advise against blowing after you torch, but that just compelled me. So I love you guys, and I will see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell. I'm going to check my edges and call it good, and goodbye from Spring Hill, Florida, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in Spring Hill. And I probably said that more than once, and I guess I don't care. Hopefully we're within the time limit. Cross your fingers for me. Bye now. Priscilla out. Oh, we're still recording. That's awesome. You got to see the whole thing. I definitely recommend the Folk Art gloss enamels if you can find them at Hobby Lobby. And on my Amazon link, the blue link below Show More, you can find the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And I put 2-ounce sizes of the white and the black Folk Art enamel gloss. And it works like a charm. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.